And welcome to another episode of Chat with Gunner. I'm Gunner, and this is Chat with Gunner. You'd think after 97 of these damn things, we'd have a way to start the show, but, you know, we don't. Anyway, so we had a little conversation happening prior to the show coming on. This was going to be a zero wrestling-related show because the last show, I kept ranting because usually when we talk about wrestling, I rant because, you know, it's very subjective and you can be opinionated and you can say whatever you want to and it really doesn't matter. So Sting decided to come in and he, I don't even know how we got on the topic.
I didn't say a word. I walked in, I was like, hey man, what's up? And you were like, what about this wrestling news?
Oh, that's right. So,
and you sucked me in.
But let's talk about the wrestling news real quick.
Yeah, Gary Lamb is still unathletic.
That's true. He definitely,
I tried to sugarcoat and make nice last week. You know, after I said, I was like, you know, no offense to Gary. And then he wants to try to blast me on Facebook.
Yeah. So. Definitely not athletic. Definitely couldn't beat anybody up.
No.
But that's what he took away out of that whole nice rant that I have, you know, taking his back since everyone else in the business decided to, you know what, I'm not going to say everybody else. There was another good post that didn't hit on anything specifically, but who it came from and what was said, I'm pretty sure it was in backup for Gary. So
was this after last week's show?
It was after last week's show.
Okay. I missed all the posts. I need to go back and
I'll say David Ali in Georgia. Mm-hmm. So he was, you know, had a great year. He posted something along the lines of Southern Honor Wrestling for 301 days. He was a champion and he was allowed to do some crazy things. Like he got to, you know, wear a barbed wire crown into a place that they have church. And he got to beat up a pastor and he got to kick women in the face and he got to beat up a father in front of his child and all these different things at Southern Honor that nobody got mad about because wrestling.
Just wrestling.
But, you know, people did get mad about other wrestling that just happened to fit the narrative of racism.
Yeah.
So that whole thing, and he kind of just said, you know, we do wrestling to get away from the real world, to, you know, get away from reality. And that's why you come to Southern Honor Wrestling, to just get away.
Makes sense.
Don't bring the real world to Southern Honor. Don't bring real problems to Southern Honor. It's all wrestling, right?
Isn't the whole thing behind wrestling suspending disbelief?
What? Yeah, it used to be, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, it used to
regardless of what you're watching.
Yeah, so I mean, I think he was taking Gary's back. Definitely, I came to Gary's back on that. But other than that, not many people took up for Gary. And you know, I remember a guy that said something a little, you know, on the fence, and then nobody took up for him either. So I feel for Gary in that regard. Anyways, that's over. So we're talking wrestling. The past 24 hours in wrestling news
have been apparently so crazy I didn't know it all. I'm still trying to follow Cody Rhodes leaving AEW.
So what have you heard?
What everything is saying, and this might be PR just to kind of like sweep everything under a rug and make it look pretty. Mm-hmm. It seems like it was amicable. Seems like Tony Khan wished him the best. It doesn't look like anybody left on bad terms. Seems like Cody actually was cool about it. And apparently the Fed is going to be high on Cody's case. I've heard things, rumor innuendo, if you will, about potential, not creative control, but a little bit of say when it comes to creative. We're not going to see Stardust again or anything stupid like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I've also heard that Brandy Rhodes, and I've heard this in day-to-day life, talking to people that have been around her, and now pretty much it's been said that she's a complete bitch behind the scenes. So, you know, it almost kind of reminds me, it's very Lawler, Miss Cat-esque, where I can't fire the wife without the husband walking out. So let's just let things expire and potentially end on reasonably gracious terms and greener pastures, perhaps. I don't know.
Yeah. So I guess there was rumors of Cody leaving prior to it happening. And then when it happened, everybody was like, oh, it really happened. This is, you know, real.
Well, Cody hasn't really been over. If you've been watching the show a lot, he hasn't been over in the right way. Right, they kept presenting him babyface Cody. Here's babyface Cody.
Yeah, he was getting the Cena Roman reaction,
and then Cody would come out and cut a promo that might have been a little heel, might have been a little baby, might, you know, whatever. And that didn't really pop. So without him just going full blown heel, and now to be fair, I don't know if that is a Tony Khan or a Cody Rhodes decision, because here's my thing: if you are Cody Rhodes and you want to go full blown heel, but you've got a mark that's running the company, and let's be honest, Tony Khan is a businessman and a promoter and a booker, but also a mark.
Probably the biggest mark, the biggest money mark out there.
Could be. So how do you feel about your executive vice president flipping heel in a Mark's world? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that was the cock block. I don't know. But there was something there that just was not connecting with the AEW fans.
Mm-hmm.
The best thing that Cody Rhodes has done in the past, I don't know, 2-3 months was taking that cutter off the ladder from Guevara, which was a very nice spot. It was just beautiful.
Yeah, I actually saw that.
Yeah. It was just nice.
So Cody's going, he's free agent, right? That's been the play. Everybody said that it was a work, but he kept saying that it wasn't, and it wasn't. So he's been working, I guess, the past 2 or 3 months
as a free agent at his own company, I guess.
The company that wouldn't even be here without him.
Which also leads me to believe he's probably still got to have some stake in this game, right?
See, I don't know.
I mean, maybe a silent partner at this point. Maybe that was part of his release. I don't want to say release, his come to terms.
He wasn't on payroll, is what he said. It was a handshake agreement.
Yeah, but how much of it is a work?
Well, the good thing about wrestling right now is it's starting to do that again. They figured out a way to blend reality to.
Let me ask you. Okay, what about this? Let's just fantasy book. Can we fantasy book for a minute?
Sure.
Remember the Montreal screw job and how it would have been the best work ever if Vince had done all that to send Brett to infiltrate WCW? Would it not be phenomenal?
Yeah.
If Cody's not on the payroll and goes to WWE and works the entire business, a la Bret Hart Montreal Screwjob. I mean, that's not something I'm pondering on. That just happened to pop in my head. But
yeah, I get it.
It would work.
I mean, yeah, I think that Vince is smart enough. Listen, Vince is the smartest guy in wrestling. You can say he's not. You can say he's too old. You can say he's not with the times.
I think he's lost touch, but he is, I will say, the smartest guy in wrestling.
What makes Vince good? When is Vince at his best?
Competition.
So
when is anybody at their best?
Right. He hasn't had competition since WCW. It's not even a sniff.
No. Even when TNA was giving it his best run, whatever.
So now you've got a company that it's still, I don't think, competition, but they're starting to grab people. They're starting to recruit people they wanted to recruit. They're starting to take people away from NXT they wanted to NXT. Blah 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 blah. So now, what does Vince do? Who's his boys? You got Jericho, you got Cody.
Yeah.
You get guys.
Are we talking boys that are in AEW?
Guys that left on good terms. Show, Henry.
Yeah. Keith Lee, maybe. No. I don't know. I don't know that Keith Lee left on bad terms.
Who's the youngest and who has the most control of the company?
Of course.
Why not?
That's valid.
You bring him in. You can still work a forbidden door type angle because there's no non-solicit, no non-compete.
So it's the outsiders.
It's that, but in reverse and real.
So here's my thing. And I just wonder, I can't help but wonder how much ego plays in this, because 2 years ago we would have the conversation that there would be no AEW without Cody Rhodes.
Mm-hmm.
But now there is an AEW without Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, and it's exactly what it shouldn't be.
There's a CM Punk. There's a Daniel Bryan. There's...
Because you're paying these guys.
Dean Ambrose. But
how old is CM Punk? How old is Daniel Bryan? And how old is Dean Ambrose?
And Sting and Jericho. And look, I get it. They're all up in age. However, look, this is how I like to equate any of this. And you you shit on me all the time. But if you and I were to start a company tomorrow and we had carte blanche, who do we want to help train, help teach promos, help teach to work, how to get over? You're going to tell me that CM Punk, Chris Jericho, Dean Ambrose, and Daniel Bryan would not be on a list of people that you would take in a heartbeat?
I mean, yeah, sure.
I bet Vince would like to have him in his pocket. I think
he still does.
I don't. Maybe a couple of them. Punk, no.
He's the only one.
Ambrose, probably not.
Maybe not.
Or Moxley, sorry. For all you guys are getting offended every time I say the A word.
But I mean, you get I know the whole thing. So,
yeah.
But like John Moxley, like he's got problems.
You know, I was actually proud of the guy.
For what?
What? Quit getting so snippy.
I'm just saying,
snippy.
Like,
it was nice to see him come out Wednesday night with a bottle of water in his hand, rather than the beer or whatever else. So, you know, I'm just saying. Look, I get it, but here's the thing that
you're depressed. You're making millions of dollars. You're on TV. You're
he went through the rehab thing.
You're depressed. Is that what you are?
Hey, look, dude. You of all people can sit back and appreciate the fact that all these smart marks out there glamorize these people as reality television bullshit. There's people behind it, actual human beings. So if I can watch something like that and be like, hey, he's doing good for himself. Good job, bud. Yeah, regardless if we like the guy or not. That's all.
You know,
I did see that. There was a sense of like, hey, good job. You stuck to it. Well done.
Yeah, was in rehab. Couple weeks.
Nah, dude, he was out for like 6-8 weeks.
Couple weeks, right?
Okay, 6-8 weeks. Fine. I mean, it's booze rehab. It's not like he's, you know,
I mean,
giving up heroin or something.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I just, yeah, it's a good story, I guess. Whatever.
I mean, it wasn't meant to give everybody the warm and fuzzies. It's something that I fucking saw and was like, hey, good on you.
No, yeah, that's cool. And listen, I like Dean Ambrose is good. John Moxley's good. Whatever.
You literally just said 30 minutes ago you hated the guy.
When? I don't hate him.
Earlier, during the conversation, you were like, he's not a star.
He's not a star. I didn't say he's not good.
He is a star.
Not a star.
He is a star.
The comparisons to him, huh? Yes. Oh, go away.
He is. See? That's right, Marcus.
I'll call you over here, okay? So, okay. All right.
What about John Moxley?
He doesn't. He just knows the Shield.
Dean Ambrose. Star? Yeah.
But he likes them as a group, right? I like Dean Ambrose in that group.
The thing is with Dean Ambrose, this is where I can say that he is a star. And this is where Jim Cornette would gladly drive down here right now and slit my throat.
That's what I need on my show.
I would love to have Jim Cornette here, just to pick his brain. But John Moxley was a star in a niche that maybe some people don't like, but there's still an audience for. CZW, the deathmatch shit. And, you know, honestly, you should be able to give credit where credit's due, that he was able to break from that and break the glass ceiling in WWE. To come from backyard bullshit, super hardcore wrestling. And ECW, yeah, I get it. But I mean, let's be honest. ECW doesn't hold a candle to CZW. Moxley made a name there and was able to get to WWE, break the glass ceiling, win a major title, the major title. There's something to be said about that.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he's one of the best,
And
right?
his wife is
currently
smoking.
He's good.
I know you can't agree with me. But
well, here's the thing.
Renee Young is just...
No.
What?
That's just not, I don't know. It's not a fan.
AJ Lee?
Also not a fan.
What? God, that hurts my heart. She made me feel things.
And, okay, let's get back to. So Steen came in earlier, and we started talking about. First of all, WrestleMania news. Cody left.
We got to get back. So Cody's gone. AEW is what it is.
Supposedly Cody's going to WWE. I think that's best case scenario. The only match that I see that's significant there for him, I don't think is there on the table right now, and it's him versus Triple H.
Fair. Now let's talk about WrestleMania.
Okay, so Stone Cold Steve Austin,
Who
is in the main rumor for
I'm sorry, I said the wrong word.
what?
Yeah.
For WrestleMania.
What?
Dallas, Texas.
What?
41,000 people.
What?
Still got to sell 20,000 tickets.
What?
Makes a lot of sense to bring Stone Cold in.
What?
Now, who does he wrestle? The rumor mill says Kevin Owens. So you're telling me the Stone Cold is going to wrestle after 19 years of being out of the ring at 57 years old, and he's going to wrestle Kevin Owens. Now, let's talk about people that, yeah.
I think they both might stunner each other because Kevin Owens does the stunner.
Stunner versus stunner. See, you got the young generation here knowing
You got Stunner versus Stunner.
why that would kind of make sense. Okay, so Josh, Ace Rockwell, was talking at work, and he goes, I just hope that he doesn't wrestle Kevin Owens because I'm not a Kevin Owens fan. And I'm not a Kevin Owens fan either.
I am.
Well, here's why I'm not. He wears basketball shorts and a cutoff shirt.
Okay.
You've had 20 years of your life as a professional wrestler to get in somewhat kind of a shape.
But he's a great worker.
I know, but it doesn't matter.
It does.
It doesn't.
Okay, would you rather have him in a singlet like fucking Earthquake or Typhoon?
No, I'd rather him just say, hey, you know what? Quit eating fucking cheeseburgers and I'm going to go work out for a year.
Why?
Why not?
Tell the Big Show the same thing.
He did. Just too late.
Yeah, right?
He was in great shape. Hey, okay, go over there, buddy. I'll call you over.
Tell Mark Henry the same thing.
No, you can. Okay.
Mark Henry's fat.
But not when he was in his prime.
Yeah, he was the strongest man.
And the Big Show, when he was in WCW, he was a
lean.
freak.
He was lean, mean.
Even when he first got over to WWF. The very beginning.
Yeah, very, very beginning. Yeah, I get it.
Now, those genetics aren't made to look pretty.
Right.
And they're not going to stay pretty for a long time. You hence what you get.
That's fair.
You got what you got.
I get it.
But Kevin Owens, I'm not saying look
It
like The
works.
Rock. I'm not saying I need you to look like The Rock.
He's a fighter.
I'm just saying I don't need you to look like you should be in the first row.
But maybe that's part of his allure.
No, that's a part of his allure to the dumbass fans that have the majority of the voice. Because
that pay the money.
Yeah, okay.
That buy the shirts.
He looks like what they look like, and they want to do what he does, so they cheer for him.
Okay.
That's the whole
To an extent.
Marco stunts. What's the guy's name? Eddie Kingston? Is that a person?
Oh, you're gonna shit on Eddie Kingston?
Yeah.
Eddie Kingston's an all right.
No, he's just a piece of shit.
I wouldn't say he's a piece of shit.
Okay. I mean, what do you go? Nick Gage.
Nick Gage is a piece of shit.
Okay.
Eddie Kingston, he could probably. I have faith that he could actually work a technical match.
I mean, I'm not saying he can't work a technical match. I'm just saying
I don't think Nick Gage could.
I'm just saying he is like, I'm not going to let Marcus get babysit by him. He's not going to babysit Marcus.
Well, no.
Like, I don't. There's a disconnect here. As there's stars, there's good wrestlers, there's good workers, there's good promos. We're
still putting cart before the horse. Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Kevin Owens, possibility.
It's a possibility, but also Stone Cold versus Goldberg,
which is what we've wanted for almost 30 years.
Here's why Stone Cold will wrestle Kevin Owens before he wrestles Goldberg. Because at 57 years old, Stone Cold looks better than Kevin Owens. So he can get in the ring and be in some sort of shape and still look like Stone Cold compared to Kevin Owens.
Yeah, but I think you're robbing people. You're robbing people.
Well, you also
because nobody wants to see Stone Cold versus Kevin Owens.
Well, yeah, Kevin Owens doing the Texas gimmick right now. Have you seen it?
Yeah, but again, nobody wants to see Stone Cold versus Kevin Owens.
What this little one just come up and say?
Nobody wants to see Stone Cold versus Kevin
WWE is
Owens.
Not going after that demographic. What this little one just say?
Fine, but why?
Because it's stunner versus stunner, and he thinks it's cool.
Cool. Because Stunner versus Jackhammer is so much better.
It is. And you can get to
Marcus. Kevin Owens versus Stone Cold or Stone Cold versus Goldberg.
So he'll go Goldberg because that's one of his favorite wrestlers. That's just because I said Goldberg. Listen, I get it. I'm not in for Kevin Owens either. It's because I just don't like Kevin Owens as a person. Like, if Kevin Owens, I think, is just a piece of shit as a person. Because he, first of all, he attacked someone that I wouldn't consider a friend, but definitely someone that I know. He attacked them personally for their views in politics and pretty much had them written off TV. And that's Chad Lell.
You attack Marco Stunt.
And I'm talking about Jackson Riker, TNA Gunner, whatever.
You attack Marco Stunt just simply for his stature that he can't help.
Yeah, I know. Sure did.
I bet somebody doesn't like you because they're friends with Marco Stunt, and
yeah, it's a bunch of them.
Like real good friends with Marco Stunt, and you shit on him.
No, I just said that he was short. I didn't really shit on him. I just said that they shouldn't have wasted money on him.
I'm just being a dick.
No, I know.
But I would love, okay, and you're right. There is a demographic that we have to follow here. I would love to see Stone Cold versus Goldberg, because to me, that's in the same category as Sting versus Undertaker.
I think you see Stone Cold versus Goldberg at like Saudi Arabia.
That's bullshit.
Why?
Saudi Arabia is one of those things where you just tuck bullshit under the rug. The only reason that those things happen in Saudi Arabia is because they're going to keep the Saudis happy. It has nothing to do with keeping their fans happy. And that's where, you know what, honestly, that I just answered the question that you ask me all the time. Why do you like AEW so much? WWE does not give a shit about its fan base because people are going to watch it. Follow me here. AEW is much like Walmart. You can bitch about it. You can hate it, but you're still going to shop there.
WWE?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know what? Walmart doesn't give a fuck about the people that shop there. You know why? Because they're so established that people are like, oh, shit, I need this. I'm going to run to Walmart real quick. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Does that naturally come out of your mouth when you're at home?
Yeah, like if I need to get something.
Yeah, I'm going to run to Walmart.
Walmart, Target.
WWE is Walmart.
WWE is a big box store.
They have put themselves in to a position where they don't have to care about the people that watch their product because the people are going to watch their product.
Okay.
AEW, on the other hand, actually has to give a shit. Now, whether you appreciate what they put on there or not, that's a different story. But they are doing absolutely everything that they should be doing. They are appealing to the niche audiences. They're appealing to our audience in a lot of ways. They're really appealing to everything but Marcus's audience. And they do it because they need the eyeballs of the people. So everything that Tony Khan does, whether he's a good booker or not, everything that he does, it's because he wants to put asses in the seats. Vince knows there's going to be asses in the seats. Tony wants them.
I mean, I think that's also just being a young company.
Per se, maybe. But at the same time, it's expected. It's expected. Why the fuck do we need 2 nights of WrestleMania?
Because it's the most stupendous 2 nights.
Why do we need 2 nights of WrestleMania? 4 hours of WrestleMania felt exhausting. Why do we need 2 nights? Why do we need 8 hours of WrestleMania?
Well, I guess, they're just trying to get all their talent on there.
It doesn't feel right.
They don't have to, buy the rights to TV anymore. Or
it doesn't feel right, though. Something's missing. It doesn't feel good.
No?
It was that one big night. It was much like the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
You bring your buddies over, some beer, some wings, some chips, whatever. Yep. We have the party because we're wrestling fans and this is our night and we're going to watch it.
Well, they don't care about people watching it when it happens.
Again, problems.
But that's just streaming in general.
I'll be honest with you. When I saw CM Punk cut the promo yesterday to open Dynamite and challenge, and God, it was so good. It was so good. Piper, Portland, 2 days. Did you see this promo?
Yeah, the dog collar deal.
Yeah, everybody needs their Valentine. MJF, I want you to be my Valentine. Like,
Uh-huh.
it was just so well done. I will buy Revolution just to see that match. He talked me into purchasing something.
That you already like.
To an extent.
Yeah.
Honestly, not enough to buy it.
Okay.
Not enough to spend $50 on.
Okay.
Punk kind of taught me into that.
Okay.
Because let's be honest, they're going to have a Money in the Bank match.
Mm-hmm.
Except it's a big gold ring instead of a briefcase.
Uh-huh. Brass ring match. Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's what is it? Face of the Revolution, I
Yeah.
think, but it's whatever. And then I would love to see Punk MJF in a dog collar because I think MJF's a great worker. I know Punk's a great worker, so watching that's going to be great. Why do we need 2 nights of WrestleMania? I'm sorry, I keep going on tangents. This is why we can never do this on your show.
It's okay.
We're going to have to do a wrestling show.
Well, you don't think we're going to go on a tangent then?
Well, yeah, but people watch your show for things other than wrestling.
Yeah, well, we can. It is what it is.
But
They get what they get. Okay.
I'm just saying, man. Like, hey, Vince expects 2 nights of WrestleMania. Is he going to sell it out? Yes. Are people going to watch? Yes. Did Vince know that before he announces anybody on a card? Yes.
Well, ticket sales are down.
They'll sell it out.
I think they have it's 41,000 and some change. They
Where
got
are
to do
doing
it. It's in it's in Arlington, suburb of Dallas.
It's Ford Field,
I guess I don't know. Whatever's down there.
the Cowboy Stadium.
No, it's AT&T.
AT&T Field? Yeah. I'm sorry. Ford Field's in Detroit. It's AT&T Field, isn't it?
Is that where they're doing it?
There's no way it's 40,000 tickets.
No, because that's 100,000 tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah, look that up real quick. Actually,
Wrestle.
but from what I read, they were light in tickets, so that's where
WrestleMania 38.
Stone Cold's name has been dropped.
AT&T Stadium.
80,000.
They are doing it at AT&T Stadium, and it is 80,000 tickets.
2 nights in a row.
2 nights in a row.
So 160,000
Buys.
bodies.
Yeah.
Do you buy a ticket to night 1 and night 2? Or?
Yes, of course you do. Well, you're talking about. I'm talking about if you go there. If you go there, you make an event of WrestleMania. Did you go to the one in Atlanta?
Mm-mm.
You don't go to WrestleMania without doing Access Hall of Fame WrestleMania Raw.
No, I get that. I'm saying, but now that it's 2 nights, do you buy 1 ticket and that's your seat for 2 nights, or do you buy night 1 tickets, night 2 tickets?
I'm about to look that up.
Because the thing with that, how would you buy tickets right now knowing that you want to do night 1 when maybe they announce Stone Cold versus Kevin Owens for night 2 and now you want to go to night 2? Because I heard another rumor that
You buy them separate.
you have to buy them separate.
Yep.
So I know they were doing a buy 1 get 2.
Now they start at $30 a piece for WrestleMania.
Marcus. Don't hit Marcus. Don't hit the chair, buddy.
I mean, your field seats are going to cost $9,000, but they start at $30.
Yeah.
And that's front row field. No, it's not. I'm sorry. Yeah. Front row field, $8,000 for 2 tickets.
Well, anyways.
But yes, you have to buy them night to night.
I think they're starting to feel they need more. And that's why these names are getting thrown out. Whether it's a rumor to drive ticket sales, whatever it is. I think that's why. Because it's Michaels from Texas, Goldberg from Texas, and then Austin.
Yeah, we haven't gotten to Michaels. Does Dwayne come back after Reigns wins?
They were saying, and I read this one article from some guy, and he said that they're expecting another Stone Cold level surprise. So you would think Austin closes night 1 and The Rock closes night 2 after Roman beats Brock. And you have Austin close night 1.
And we're going to do a year build to another WrestleMania like we did Hogan or Cena Rock.
Yeah, but it'll probably be more along the lines of like fitting around The Rock's schedule and his Black Adam because it's coming out this year. He's got a bunch of things coming out, which would make sense.
And you've got, and that's another thing. We haven't even gotten to the second. So Shawn Michaels, AJ Styles. Love it. Love it.
Yeah, if it would have been in 2018 at Royal Rumble.
That would have been incredible.
You know?
But
I still, Shawn Michaels can still work. So
yeah, I just can't take Shawn Michaels seriously without
The
long hair.
Yeah.
He looks like a moron. But
old age, man.
great worker. AJ Styles, to me, one of the best workers that there is right now. And probably has been for the past 15 years. Who do you put above AJ Styles as far as in-ring ability?
I know a bunch of people. I know who people would put above him. I don't watch the product, so I'm not going to comment.
You talking AEW?
Yeah.
Who?
Omega. I don't know. I just know that. I mean, he was the number one wrestler, PWI.
Omega.
I think he's. I'm not. Listen, I'm not going to go down that route. But.
He's too gimmickish. He's too showman. I watched him live. I went to Sahadi hooked me up. I went to Slammiversary.
Yeah.
And saw Omega and Callahan.
Okay.
Great match. Very showy.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, AJ. I mean, Daniel Bryan. Seth Rollins.
You think Seth Rollins is that good of a worker?
Yeah, I think. I mean, I think that he was considered better than he was prior to him getting to where he is now.
Fair.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
Now he's what everybody thought he was 5 years ago.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
But yeah, I mean, he could go out there and have a match with nobody and have a good match.
No, I get that.
Now, I mean, if you're looking like over the decade, Jericho, Punk.
You'd put Jericho before Styles, though?
No. I'm just talking about high level.
That would be a match that I would actually like to see.
Yeah, I'm just talking high level.
Jericho Styles would actually be, I think even still now, would be great.
Yeah, I mean, Jericho works smarter now.
Punk Styles would have been a good match to see.
But I mean,
I don't know. I'm not shitting on Michaels. I think Punk. I think Styles Michaels.
I think you. So here's the deal with Shawn Michaels.
Here's what pisses me off.
You're either a Bret Hart fan or you're a Shawn Michaels fan.
We didn't get to see Michaels Bryan though.
No. I mean,
there was Michaels Bryan.
Yeah, there was a bunch of matches that could have been awesome. There wasn't as much money in wrestling just a few years ago.
That's fair.
It's like all the money's here now.
I mean, you got to realize we just cut ties with Daniel Bryan less than 6 months ago. If you had plans for Michaels to come back at Mania, you keep Bryan until after Mania.
I don't even think there was plans for Michaels to come back at Mania until now.
Which again goes back, not trying to completely hammer it home, but again goes back to my point. You know, you can listen to the Pat Pattersons, the Bruce Pritchards of the world and say, Vince had the notebook, everything was planned. We ran WrestleMania to WrestleMania and every detail was already figured out. Lieu of an injury, everything was figured out. And now Vince is like, we'll figure it as we get there. Don't worry about Mania until at least Survivor Series, maybe Rumble. We'll figure it out.
Well, back then,
it's taking your eye off the prize, bro. You expect them to be there. You're not pushing them to be there. You're a promoter. Your job is to sell the tickets, not expect the tickets to be sold.
The internet changed wrestling. Not for the better.
That's true.
Now you got guys that if you tell them the plans from WrestleMania to WrestleMania, they're going to go out and tell a podcast. And then that's going to break the dirt sheets. And then now you just ruined all your surprises. So are you going to trust 200 people that you have on a roster to keep your secrets?
No, you don't tell the 200 people you have on a roster. You trust your inner circle. I mean, I said the Pat Pattersons, the Bruce Pritchards of the world. You don't go out there and say, hey, Austin, next Mania, you're going to win the belt.
Yeah.
You and Shawn. Here's what's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, you can't. Well, yeah. Well, now it's not just injuries. Now it's somebody might pull a tweet up from 11 years ago and cancels your main event.
Very true.
So it's just a bunch of factors. A bunch of factors go into it. What are you doing, dude? What's going on here? Did I miss something? Here. All right. Go over there. Okay.
But I don't know, man. We'll get to the Rushmore on another episode because we've taken way too long on this.
No, we get to what else we gonna talk about?
I don't know. Ethan's over there all upset. It's yours and his show for the
Really
second week in
not.
a row. I've intruded and made Gary Lamb cry. And
So let's jump to that. Let's jump. This all was started because I started talking about WrestleMania, and then somehow or another we got to Mount Rushmore of wrestling. So
Yeah, I can't take a step.
if you're watching this currently, if you've made it this far into Sting's bullshit, then in the comments put your Mount Rushmore of wrestling.
So
Mine,
we broke it into categories.
yeah. So you've got
The money Mount Rushmore,
the workers
the worker Mount Rushmore,
and the total package.
the overall.
So let's just say if you just said Mount Rushmore, if you're talking to a bunch of idiots on the street, and you're like, what's the top 4 wrestlers of all time? I said, before we put it into categories, Hogan,
Terrible.
Rock,
Yes.
Austin,
Okay.
Cena,
No.
with Flair at 5.
You're 50%.
So, and I think
You're hitting at 50%.
I mean, the ones that you're going to say, we're only going to disagree with one.
Who?
Bret Hart.
I'm not going to put Bret Hart in my Mount Rushmore.
Then maybe we're not going to disagree.
It goes Rock, Austin, Michaels, Flair.
Okay. I mean, I'm okay with that.
Now, honorable mention to Savage. Hogan's nowhere. I don't think Hogan's in my top 10. Savage.
But not putting Hogan in your top 10 is more in spite.
No, it's not in spite. It's not in spite.
Well, first of all, we wouldn't even be sitting here talking about wrestling if it wasn't for Hulk Hogan.
You're right, but it's not in spite. Hogan's just not really that great of a worker. He was a good talker.
Is Babe Ruth a good baseball player?
He was a showman. No. I mean, okay, are we really going to go 1915, 1920? Are we going to go, look, here's the thing with Hogan. Hogan was what Hogan needed to be. But then again, would there be wrestling without a Hogan? Maybe not. But there would be a Hogan without a Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
So would there be wrestling without Vince McMahon?
There wouldn't have been an Attitude Era without Hogan,
Yo, you're right.
which means there wouldn't have been good wrestling without Hogan.
Actually, technically, yeah, there still would have been an Attitude Era.
Would there have been?
Well, you had Hall and Nash.
Yeah, but it didn't move the needle until Hogan jumped on board.
You had enough.
Mm-mm.
You had enough.
Who was going to be the third guy?
I don't. Honestly, Sting could have been the third guy. Sting could have been the third guy, and so that would have done enough, I think. Because you had Hall and Nash. I mean, the whole idea was an invasion from the other company.
So I would say, I mean, the ones that you put are definitely in my top 6. No,
fair.
top 7, I guess.
I don't think Hogan hits my top 10.
I just think that's like people that say, Babe Ruth's not a good baseball player. That anybody could have hit 700 and
I'm not saying no. Like I'm.
Marcus, hang on, buddy. We can't hear you, okay? I'll get you over here in a minute. There's no microphone over there. All right.
It's right in front of
But it's not working. Okay. We're going to have to change the podcast day to Wednesdays before rejected.
Okay, we can do that. I don't know. Look, it's subjective. We probably we should probably take notes and come back in here and just.
Well, I mean, even if you take notes, though, you can't like.
No, I mean, yeah,
we
if
could
you write
say
it
like,
down, you're still wrong.
Who's the best workers? Who's the best draw? I go more off a draw than you go off work rate. I get that. That there's a disconnect there. Because I think that you don't have to be a good worker to be a good professional wrestler.
Michaels didn't draw though. Michaels was champion at the worst point in the company. He wasn't a draw. That's why he lost his smile and his knee blew out.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I mean,
You know what I mean? Like, honestly, like, but you can't sit here in the same breath and say he's not one of the greatest of all time.
Well, you can't say he doesn't draw because then
Jericho wasn't a draw, but I think Jericho is in my top 10. Jericho's a draw now in AEW.
I think Jericho's a top 10 wrestler.
But he wasn't a draw.
and that's based.
When was Jericho a draw? He wasn't a draw, and even Jericho says this. He wasn't a draw in WCW because they didn't give him the chance. He came to WWE, was put in a great spotlight, shit the bed. They moved him down the card, working with Stephanie in China. Outside of the pop he got when he beat Hunter and they reversed it, Jericho's not a draw.
I would say
He eventually got to be a main event player, but Cena was the draw, not Jericho.
when he was doing New Japan, WWE, and AEW in the same year.
Yes.
That year,
Yes.
that was his draw year.
Yeah, but he was already way past prime.
Prime work rate.
Yeah.
Not prime pro wrestling.
True, but that's what I'm saying. He's in my top 10. I think Jericho's excellent.
Well, he's done more in more places than anybody else.
I think he's a great character. I think he's entertaining as hell. I think he can do I don't know. I
What is that? Marcus, is that the phone? Turn that down.
I think again, he's in my top 10. He's just not a great draw.
I mean, you got to look at his podcast analytics.
I think Mick Foley's a better draw than Jericho.
Okay, we're not going here.
We are going
We're
here.
not doing this. Mick Foley is not a good wrestler.
Oh my god.
Mick Foley wouldn't even be known if he didn't fall off of a cage.
Wow. That's so untrue.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
Mick Foley, yeah, he would not even be known if he didn't fall off of a cage. So there's that.
Wow. I'm sorry.
Oh, thank God. Is he leaving?
Hopefully. All right. We'll catch. Hey, so Sting and Chris are going to come onto the show for episode 100.
You'll still be wrong.
And we're not going to talk wrestling, but we will get canceled.
It'll be a no wrestling podcast.
Yeah, we will get canceled. So, all right, guys. So let's move on a little bit. So let's talk Super Bowl. We did the Super Bowl. If you was listening to us on the show, we was going to clip that. We still need to clip that.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl prediction. So the past 2 years, we've given the correct bet for the Super Bowl. So I put my money where my mouth was.
You did?
I sure did. And I'll just say I had a 4-digit payout on the Super Bowl.
What?
I'll say that. Yeah. 4-digit.
Wow.
4-digit
damn.
payout for the Super Bowl. Yeah. I was feeling so, and I would have made, and it was in the low 4 digits, very low 4 digits, but still, I mean, whenever you get a $1,000 payout,
That 1,001, right?
it's 1,500.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, that'll work. Put it on. There you go. You can talk. Here, scoot it down a little bit. See if Ethan will hook you up.
Yeah.
Put the microphone down. So Super Bowl, we nailed it. We went Bengals +4. Last year we went, is either Bucks straight up or Bucks +1 or 2. So he's about to fix it for you. Marcus is getting set up over here on the podcast. So I guess he's coming out of his comfort zone here. He's ready to roll. He's ready to get on this thing. They're about to. He's about to turn it on, I believe. Let's
All right,
see.
so Super Bowl. Keep
Yeah, so Super Bowl. So we won the first game last year of Chat with Gunner. We won this game. So we're 2-0 in Super Bowl picks. Literally, I almost talk you through how the game is going to play out, and it happened. So that was really cool. Is his microphone on? There we go. All right, hit him with that double screen.
All right. Hold on. I think I switched it. Oh, yeah, switch it to me.
All right.
There we go.
There it is. Look, dude. All right, so hey, let's ask you some questions real quick. You ready?
Yes.
All right. So, WrestleMania, who do you want to win? Do you want Brock Lesnar to win, or do you want Roman Reigns to win? Talking to the microphone.
I'd say Roman Reigns.
Yeah, why would you say Roman Reigns?
Because he's my favorite.
Yeah.
And I don't like Brock Lesnar. I like Brock Lesnar, but not when he faces Roman Reigns.
Yeah, you just like him when he doesn't wrestle Roman. Now, what about Goldberg and Roman?
And I would say, I don't know, because they're my two favorites.
Yeah, so you think maybe Roman might win?
I don't know.
You don't know? Who do you want to win? Talking to the microphone.
I don't know. They're my two favorites.
No, okay. All right. So listen, these Thursdays for the next significant future is going to have a lot of Marcus involved.
What?
Everybody knows. So Tia's at her job, which is out of town, which means on Thursdays I have him. So he's going to be here with us. He's huge into wrestling. He's big into
Yes.
everything that I like. So he's up my butt, and I love it.
Well, guess what?
What?
I would beat you up.
So
I do have to say, like, we were wrestling just a second ago before we started the show. Man, this kid.
Yep.
Whew.
he's tough, isn't he?
The Sting was getting blown out.
I
That's
know.
hilarious.
Want some more?
Hey, give me the Rock's eyebrow. Give it to me. All right, dude.
All right.
So yeah, Super Bowl, we crushed that. I mean, where are we at? 40 minutes, 30
Yeah, we're
minutes?
4 minutes.
Super
We can move
Bowl
on
is
to.
boring.
Ooh. I mean, he's got a point.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't a huge fan of it. What else we got coming out? We got some movies coming out that we need to hit.
Okay. Yeah, we should. If Marcus can give us like 5 minutes, and then we'll get into what
Yeah.
he's probably more excited about. So we've got a couple of movies that I'm really excited about.
Yeah.
Uncharted came out. I totally forgot Uncharted. came out.
Wahlberg, yeah.
Wahlberg and Tom Holland, which I've obviously talked about Tom Holland enough, just based solely on his Peter Parker.
Sure.
But
Peter Parker Spider-Man.
yeah, but Uncharted is a really, really good game series. I mean,
Mhm.
it's PlayStation putting out movies.
Yep.
I'll go support that anytime. I've heard really good things. I've heard it's an Indiana Jones ripoff, which, let's be honest here, if you're gonna rip something off, rip off a good movie series. I'd rather it be a ripoff of Indiana Jones.
Come on, bro.
Ripoff of Indiana Jones than like Tomb Raider. 'Cause
Yeah, it's true.
The newer Tomb Raider movie, not good. The Angelina Jolie Tomb Raider, actually
Those weren't
pretty
bad,
decent.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they weren't bad. They were as good as like the Resident Evil movies, right? What else we got? We've got Moon Knight coming out, which I think you're gonna like. Moon Knight.
Moon Knight?
Moon Knight is a Batman in Marvel.
Okay.
That's the best way of putting it.
Really?
He's kind of an anti-hero. He plays a little bit with Spider-Man, just a little bit. But the character is this. It's kind of funny. It's very reminiscent of like Indiana Jones. He's an archaeologist. He's in Egypt. He finds this lost temple.
Okay.
And he gets possessed by this moon god.
Is this not Black Adam?
Kind of.
Okay.
Not really. But he gets possessed, and then he forgets everything. But when he wakes up, he has multiple personalities. One of them is himself, Mark Spector, and then one of them is this, kind of a nerdy archaeologist, and then the third one is Moon Knight, who is like the moon god himself.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like if you ever saw Split, it's only like 3 or 4 personalities, but it's shaping up to be pretty good. Plus it's Oscar Isaac. I like Oscar Isaac.
I'll check into that. 'Cause
Yeah,
you know how I am with Batman stuff.
Oh yeah. And then we got Batman coming out here soon.
Listen, okay, now who was a heavy critic?
You.
Now who's also a very open-minded individual sometimes?
You.
Okay. So
You put words before your thoughts.
Oh, all right. And you know what I need to talk about? All right. So I texted Ethan this weekend. I went to Nashville. I was with I was with Marcus and Tia.
This.
And on Saturday, it was kind of rainy, kind of cold. It was like 20 degrees outside. It was cold. We was like, what are we gonna do? So we went to go eat. And then as we was eating, we hadn't been to a movie in a while. It's been a while. All three of us have been. And actually, the past couple movies I've been to have been by myself. So I was like, let's go check out a movie. There's a movie out called Moonfall.
Moonfall, yeah, I hear you.
That my brother-in-law says pretty good. And we're into that type of stuff. Conspiracies, aliens, Armageddon type movies.
Yeah. That actually hits all 3 of your check boxes
I
for
know.
the past 4 years.
Yeah. So I talked him into it. So I looked up movie theaters, and there was one movie theater in Nashville that was a 4DX Regal Cinema.
I've never heard of that.
And I was like, what is that? So I told Tia, I was like, hey, there's a 4DX theater right 15 minutes down the road. The movie starts in 40 minutes. Kind of works out. and it is the closest showtime. That's the only reason why we went.
Fair enough.
So we go to it. She's like, I'm not wearing goggles. So of course I'm Googling as I'm like
Fair enough.
driving, as after I've already told her there's no goggles, hoping that there's no goggles, right? Because it's 4D. I'm assuming it's not. And then I look up and it's like, you know, your senses and the feeling of it, and
Yeah.
you know, whatever.
It's a
I was
4D movie.
Yeah. So I was like,
Yeah.
okay, probably gonna be similar to like a Universal type thing,
Yeah,
but a movie.
That's what I'm thinking.
So we get there, we pay for it. I think the tickets were like $22,
Okay.
if I'm wrong, even for kids. So it was like 60. It was like, well, maybe not. It's like $65 for us total, all three of us.
Okay.
No kid discount for a 4D movie.
Well,
So we get to it. We go in there. When you get in there, you look up on the left and the right side of the theater, and there's massive like industrial fans. There's just rows of like strobe lights. There's vents for smells. There's spots around the theater with like water, like spouts, and the seats are like super fancy modern massage chairs.
yes. I did look this up. I was able to find them.
Yeah, so like neck support, like you're in there, and then like you're sitting in there like like your feet are kind of locked in to the spot. And there's a button on the right hand side that says water on, water off. Okay. So
You know what? I appreciate that. Because
yeah.
sometimes you're like, especially with me with glasses, it's just like if I'm gonna go do a 4D movie, I need to be prepared. I
Right.
need to know.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
So we sit down. We're in the second row to the back, which if we go again, my suggestion is I'm a fan of being near the back in a regular movie so I can see the whole screen.
Yes.
If next time I do this, I will sit in the middle of the theater.
Okay.
It starts and nothing changes. I'm like, okay, maybe it's just normal theater. The last trailer before the movie was Batman.
Yeah.
And
Is this IMAX size?
it's not as big as our IMAX, but bigger than any other theater in town.
Okay.
So and the screen is curved.
Cool.
Yes.
I can appreciate that.
So the Batman trailer comes on.
Yeah.
The new one.
Yeah.
And at the beginning of it's kind of like talking, but then there's like split scenes of the car driving.
Yeah.
All right. So it's normal, and then the car is driving. The scene of the car is driving.
Yeah.
So like the seat starts moving as the car is driving. I was like,
Ooh.
oh, this is really cool. And then the brakes slam because he's about to come into the building of this one spot.
Yeah.
And it almost throws you out of the seat. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Then the fights start happening and the gunshots start going off and the seat starts vibrating. And then it gets back into the car and the car peels off. There's like explosions.
Is this a different trailer than you've seen before? Is
Yes.
this like a specific trailer for 4D?
I think so.
That's awesome.
And then smoke's in the room and like the wind blows hard. Like, so you're coming through the smoke in the movie. It was unbelievable. And but it was very intense. So like a 2-minute trailer of just boom, 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 boom. Like it was like a roller coaster.
Awesome.
And I was like, oh, that's going to be rough if the whole movie's like that.
Okay.
They're not. So the movies, the way the movie worked, when there's action scenes happening, yes, that type stuff happens. But just the movie, you're just sitting there watching the movie. There might be a small, Marcus, there might be a small vibration or whatever it might be.
To accent like a point or something
Yeah.
like that. Okay.
But the big action scenes, it works. When the rocket shoots off, it smelled like the place was on fire.
Ooh.
When there's
That
like
can be
there's
dangerous,
like a
actually.
tidal wave that happens in the movie,
Okay.
like you're getting like misted with water as you're going
Awesome.
through the tidal wave.
That's pretty cool.
When you go up into space, it gets eerily like quiet.
Yeah.
In space, but it's
I would
cool.
I am. Listen, if we're gonna go see Batman together, I think we need to do this.
I've already told Tia that's what we're doing.
Okay.
So we're going to Vegas for UFC the first weekend of March. So sometime that next week or that next weekend,
Yeah.
we need to figure something out.
Sounds good.
But yeah, the Batman trailer looks good, and I was a huge critic. I'm gonna give it a shot. I still like my Christian Bale and my Michael Keaton better,
Yeah.
but I have a weird feeling that Pattinson could become number 2.
Okay.
Or a strong 3.
I would say strong 3. At least he's better than Clooney.
Yeah, I mean that's not
not hard.
That's not even though George Clooney, like we've said, might be the best Bruce Wayne.
Of course, because he's George Clooney.
Because he's George Clooney.
Come
it's
on.
a perfect role for him.
But yeah, no. I've definitely come more around to the Batman.
Yeah.
The more I've seen of it, if they play it like they played Joker, I'll be happy because I like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I do appreciate Justice League, at least the Zack Snyder cut. So I get the whole, encompassing the whole universe in these movies, sure. But I do still like the idea that Joker was its own thing. It's not connected. We didn't use actors from here or here or here. They're all different. And I appreciate that. I like that. So if the Batman can just connect to the Joker somehow, cool. I'll be happy with that. I can imagine like the end credit scene for the Batman is Joaquin Phoenix like in a jail cell or something like that. That would be awesome. You will see me lose my shit.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. And listen, there's so much Batman happening right now.
There is.
Because you've got
Flashpoint.
You got Flashpoint, which is going to have for sure Affleck and Keaton.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm holding out on Christian Bale on that.
I don't. If Christian? It's almost like we're. I love this because this is my wrestling is movies.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking right now? What has Christian Bale been doing in the last 12 months?
Getting back in shape for Batman.
And that's the thing too. If Flashpoint can be a Batman's No Way Home, I'm all here for it. Even if George Clooney shows up for a minute,
yeah,
that'd be hilarious.
Right?
It's one of those things where No Way Home isn't a good movie, but it's a great fan movie.
Right.
Just like Endgame is kind of just a fan movie
at
this point. If Flashpoint can be that for DC, I have faith. Yeah. But they just gotta do it right.
I'm with you. Another thing, sidebar it because we're about to get moving quick because Marcus is getting tired of us.
Marcus is antsy as hell.
Hey man, listen, he wants to be on TV.
I get it.
Stop, dude. What's your problem? You can't do that, or you're not going to do it on the show. Don't start crying. People can hear you. You're going to be all over YouTube crying.
Oh no, let's not do that.
So pretty much, don't come over here.
So bad.
Well,
poor kid.
It's tough to be stuck in here.
Yeah, I don't blame him at all. Okay, real quick, what were you saying?
Where was I going? Oh, so we got the card show that's come. I was about to bring in him for the cards, but we got the card show that's coming up. I believe at Camp Jordan, May 5th and 6th is what we're going to do. Now you can get a table. I think it's the first card show to come to Chattanooga.
Okay, cool.
You can get a table for $75. That's why I mentioned that. Because if Nashville, Atlanta, if you're getting a table, it's like $300. So to have a table for 2 days for $75 might be worth it, even if we don't even sell anything. But dude, the collection I had 3 weeks ago compared to what I have now, I was not even close. we have a legit table. But so what we did before we came here, come here, dude. What we did before we came here. Okay, but you want to open the cards? You don't want to open the Pokemon cards that you got? Yeah, you can talk over here on this microphone.
Yeah, we're going to talk over here.
You're going to talk over here and do the cards.
Come on, bro.
Come on.
Come on.
Okay, get up there and talk. What do you want to talk about? Talking to the microphone. Let's go. Come on, dude.
He's so mad. Come on, Marcus.
What are you going to... We can't clip this. People are seeing you pout. Is that what you want to do? You want to pout? You don't want to be on the podcast? You want to call it the Pouting Podcast? Pouting with Marcus? The Pouting Podcast with Marcus? Come here and let's open these cards. I'm going to open them. So you better come here and do them. All right. Well, anyways.
We'll give him a second.
So we've been going through all the cards.
Yeah.
And we've been opening them. We've done a couple of the unboxings separate, but we wanted to do one here too, or started at least opening some type of a pack here. So we went to the card store before we came here, and Marcus picked out 2 cases of cards. He picked out some Pokemon ones, and we picked out some WWE because I've been picking them out here, and I was going to let him pick them out because he wanted to open some. So we've got the other camera set up over here.
We do. There it is.
So we got the, come here, buddy. So you got the other camera set up over here. You've got this WWE fully loaded pack, and then we got this. I mean, this is
hey man,
completely out of my comfort zone here.
Hey man, it's Pokemon. You can't hate on Pokemon.
But we've got the Pokemon right there as well.
Oh man, you guys got protectors and a folio?
So we've got, we do it the right way, man. We don't we do these things right. So Marcus,
don't skimp.
You want to come over here and open these WWE cards with me? Or do you want me to do it? Because if I do it, huh?
You can talk over there with him while you open it.
Wait a minute. Did I just pay?
Did you buy a single card? No way. Gunner, no.
I'm about to be a little upset about this.
How much did you pay for that? I'm sorry. This is perfect. You live and you learn, right?
Dude, listen. Look at this, dude. This entire box was that. So this entire box, go to the screen.
Okay.
Go over here. This entire box that I just opened that I thought was probably going to be, I don't know, 5 packs of cards or something.
I mean, at least 2.
Was this.
Is it just a singular,
it's a
quote unquote signed card?
It's a Shotzi Blackheart autograph. I did too, buddy.
Yeah, I don't blame you guys.
Or we wouldn't have gotten it.
Well, hey, you have an autographed card.
I mean, I guess we'll see. Hey, while you're over there, look up.
Yeah, I'll look up while I'm over here.
Look up Topps Fully Loaded.
Topps Fully Loaded.
Shotzi Blackheart. Ooh, come over here, buddy. Come stand over here beside me. Oh no, hang on. We want everybody to see it as we open it. So let's do this, and then I'll have you open it over here, okay? Okay. All right. I know. Come here. Over here. Over here on this side. Let me see. Yeah, they can hear you.
We can hear you. I promise.
This microphone right here is gonna pick you up. I promise. All right. So boom.
Ow.
There it is. They can hear you. All right. So we've got here. Scoot back just a little bit.
No, wait, this is not a picture.
What color is that card, by the way?
It's silver.
Silver.
Yeah.
It looks like a gold one sold for $84.
Okay. I mean, whatever.
Whatever. It's a thing. It's fine.
All right.
So how many packs we got?
So I believe this thing comes with 5 packs, right? Let me see.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So scoot this over. 5 packs, and then it also comes with, I guess, a single.
That's probably just like a promo
Whatever.
card or whatever.
Come here, dude. Okay. Do you want me to open the packs and then you go through the cards? All right. So what we've been doing, I've been watching people do these things.
Yeah, you learning?
Yeah, I've been learning a little bit. So what they'll do is say they go through, they'll open all the packs.
Yeah.
And they'll put the cards, I guess, like, to where nobody can see what the cards are.
Yeah.
And then they go through them. Right, hang on one second, buddy.
God, the crinkling of playing card or trading cards. It's making me kind of want to go buy some trading cards. Not even gonna lie.
Just open this back.
Okay. How did you open that faster than me? All right, go ahead. Hang on. Put them down. We're going to open all of them and then do them. Now, I know nothing about Pokemon, so you'll be the one.
I'm going to be honest with you. As far as Pokemon cards, I have no idea.
Oh, really?
I mean, yeah. Even Pokemon as video games, I have no idea after almost 10 years not playing Pokemon.
These are not easy to...
See, you got to learn the pop method.
Well...
Do you not know the pop method?
Listen. The method I know has been working. It's just these are not easy. How'd you do that, Marcus?
He's a kid. and kids just
Here, open that one too.
they're kid friendly.
I guess so.
So I'll open up my what are we thinking? eBay? Is that what people usually use?
Did
as
I
a
get like your
parameter?
eBay comp?
Yeah.
Nice, good job, dude.
He is just a monster.
Well, his fingers are
Opening up.
small enough to be able to get into
That
the
is very true.
crevice. All right, so. Jeez, I've never seen this many Pokemon cards in my life.
It's a lot of Pokemon cards.
All right, bro.
All right.
Here you go. So here's your camera. So see, it's right there. So nope, hang on. There's nothing on the back, so you just got to look this way. So move up. Go.
Right there.
There you go, right there. And move your head back a little bit.
Here.
It'll pick it up. Just you go through them. So
All right. So let me.
This is a Wingull.
Wingull. Okay.
Yep. So when you get them, you just put them right there.
Yeah. Put them where we can see them.
And that's a Natu.
Natu?
And this one is a Barboach.
Roach?
And then Squevet.
Squirrel?
Okay, so we're getting into the rares, right? I see a foil.
Applin. Well, this is a little bit. Here's a little holographic one.
What is it?
We got a Vulpix.
Vulpix? Okay.
Vulpix. Yep. And we've got a Ninetales.
Okay. Okay.
We got charge up. Wait. Where's that charge up card?
Hang on. And then we got a. What is this? A Heliolisk? I'm not sure.
I'm
We
not
got
sure.
charge up card.
Yeah, it's
Ooh.
charge up card. And then Doublade.
Doublade. Okay.
So the way I look at these things is like if they're over 100 whatever points, I guess they're decent. I don't know. Poliwag,
Okay.
Probably boy.
Skarmory.
Okay.
I mean, I really just know of like one Pokemon.
What is that?
Well,
Charizard?
I guess there's two.
Charizard and Pikachu?
Yeah.
That's about right.
Sparrow.
Sparrow.
Got a rare candy, whatever that is. What was this? Crabominable.
Crabominable?
Shawn.
Listen, I played Pokemon. I know the naming conventions, all
Okay.
right?
Okay, let's keep going.
Yeah, keep
Okay,
going.
just keep going, dude. What are you doing?
He's getting distracted.
All right, so that's over 100, and that's a
It's another rare
Aracanid.
can.
I don't know. What was this one?
I'm pretty sure it says rare candy.
Yeah, that one was.
Okay.
Well, this other one, a
okay.
Araquanid or something, and then a Wishy Washy. That's a cool name.
Ooh.
Stuffle.
Stuffle.
You know what's crazy is that we haven't hit the same one twice. Mudbray,
Hey, you know what? That's good.
Tynamo, Duskull, Oddish. Ooh, here's holographic.
Holographic?
Got a Bruxish. That's cool. What are you doing, dude?
He's sorting them.
Okay, here.
Oh, these guys.
Okay.
Um,
Another holographic. This is a
Looks like a sandcastle.
Palisand.
Palisand. Okay. Okay. Okay.
charge up card.
Okay.
Can't put charge up.
All right. Seadra.
Seadra. Okay.
Getting low.
Rotom.
We haven't hit no cool one yet.
I do recognize that one.
All the charge up cards are pretty cool.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh.
Got a Blitzel and a Milcery.
Okay.
Skiddo. Eevee. A Trubish.
Oh, Trubbish.
Yeah, I guess. I got a little
Ooh.
holographic here. A
Two cool cards.
a Lucario.
Ooh.
That's a pretty cool card.
Yeah, and then this one.
What's this one?
This one looks.
That one's probably a really cool card.
Dude, this one's in over 200 HP, whichever that. Drapion.
Drapion. Okay.
Look that up. Look up Drapion.
Does it have like an XZ or anything like that?
HP 210.
That won't tell me anything. Give me 1 second. I think I found it. Okay, Drapion.
What are we looking at here?
Not much.
We got
I know
charge up
it's
cards.
crazy how these things are like literally.
I like the charge up cards.
Charmeleon,
Okay. I recognize that one.
Pincurchin, Trumbeak,
Okay.
Jamie,
mm-hmm. Cottony,
I think we got another mud butt.
another Mudbrace, the first double
Okay.
one.
That's the first double. That's again not bad.
Slugma,
Slugma.
Wishmer, Execute.
Execute.
Here we got a little holographic Cottony.
Is that a double of
Oh,
the one that we
nice.
had before?
I think so.
Okay.
Exploud.
They're not
So
the
I guess
charge
you
up
can get
card.
holographics of any of the cards.
Yeah, that
That makes sense.
A Shuckle. Cramorant.
Okay.
What's this last one we got?
Cramorant.
And then we got a Drone Rotom.
Cool.
Okay, so you get all
So-
those. That wasn't a very expensive box, so
Yeah. Plus, I mean, it's just regular packs.
Yeah.
So
Look at these.
it'd be the same as just probably spending the money on the packs.
yep. So out of all the ones that
Charge up.
I mean, that's the first one that I've seen with over 200 HP. Will you look up? This is me nerding out.
Okay.
Will you look up what the HP means in Pokemon?
I mean, it's the health points.
We have power
Uh,
cards.
But I mean, like,
So if this is going off of anything that I know about any playing card games, I mean, they have their moves, which is the main body of text, right? That's what you use the charge up the energy for, and then each one does an amount of damage right next to the ability, and then the HP pool is how much health they have.
okay. I guess I just didn't know that. Oh, so like HP is like how many moves they
It's their
can take.
stamina, yeah. How many hits they can do?
Let me finish up the show, then we'll go through these, okay? All right, go over there, go sit down, and I'll go finish up the show. Okay. All right. So that was a quick little unboxing there.
Yeah.
Now, another cool thing about so I go all in when I go into something. You know,
Of
how,
course.
you know how I am. I
course you do.
don't half-ass something.
We know you.
And everybody makes fun of me for that, like my friends and stuff, and my family, and my fiance. You know,
Oh yeah.
and my coworkers. Everybody makes fun of me because, like, so
Why?
my bottom left-hand drawer at work is like a cabinet drawer.
Yeah.
The entire thing is full
That
of
is what-
cards and graded cards that
Oh,
I've
God.
and I probably
Why
have.
eyes to that?
We would probably have 10 on the way. That
Are you just buying graded cards?
yeah. So here's what I found out on eBay. I go into the auctions.
Yeah.
And I only bid on things that have small amount of bids and are about to end now that people haven't really caught on to yet.
Okay.
And then I only bid on the ones that have the best offer option,
Mm-hmm.
and I cut everybody's offer in half with no bids. So like their bid reserve, say it's a $200 card, they've got a bid reserve of 100. You're not going to get an offer from me above 50. But if nobody's coming after that card, are you just going to take the 50, settle for 75, or do you need to hit that 100? And if they decline my offer, what I do is I message them in a sales way, which I think people are not doing because maybe they don't know how or they don't negotiate that way. So if they decline my offer, I reach out and say, "Hey man, see you've got 77 items for sale. Don't know how many you move on a regular basis. Would love to help you out. We can get this deal done right now for $60." And it gets them talking.
Yeah.
And I find out why they're selling it, and I find out what their intentions are, how much they pay for it, how long they've been in the card game. I start playing the sales route with them, and every single card that I've bought has been for at least half price,
Okay.
and that's half price on like what I could go to PSA and pretty much get for it. So the reason why I buy graded cards is because it's so hard to get a card graded right now because the PSA is on backlog.
Yeah.
Due to COVID. and they just have way too many people coming. The Marcus, buddy, and then the back in the day, it was like $10 or $20 to get a card graded. Well, now it's $100 for the cheapest card to get graded because they're so backlogged. And I look up the population report due to scarcity because I feel like if there's not many cards out there, then when you are negotiating with those cards at an event or something, your sales pitch to somebody is, why do you like this Tim Tebow card? I'm a Tim Tebow fan. Well, that's cool. I have the only PSA 10 Tim Tebow card in this set.
Okay.
And then they go, no, you don't. And I go, okay, cool. On the back of the PSA slab is a QR code. You take a picture, you do the picture on the QR code, takes you to the PSA website, which is verified, which then lets them know there's 700 of these cards made. This is the only one at this grade around. So I have 2 Tim Tebow cards that I'm the only person that owns them.
Okay.
At the highest level you can have in a card. Like a mint Gem 10, Tim Tebow. I have 2 cards that nobody else has. As a Tim Tebow fan, I'm not getting rid of them. Like those,
that's fair.
There's not an amount a month. I mean, there is, but like, there's really
that is like. Let's be honest here. I have some cards that like throughout my time playing with friends or whatever, playing Magic, whatever it is. Like I could see myself not destroying them, defacing them, or anything like that, but just like put them in a little frame with me and my friends. That anytime they come over, they'll be like, "Oh my gosh, that's your card!
You know,
that's the card you use X, Y, and Z." Like that's the kind of thing I can see, and especially with like a Tim Tebow card, that's easy to think. Like at some point, you could probably get that framed.
Well, and that's what we said. You know, we said, how'd you make friends when you were kids? It was, hey, come play with my toys, right? Hey, come look at my stuff. Same thing with these cards. In my office, well, my plan is I'm going to get a display case, like a shadow box display case. What these people take to card shows, and all my slabs, which are the PSA graded cards, I'm going to put in the display case in the way I want it. And if I go to a card show once a year, twice a year, whatever it is, I'm just going to take it off my wall and take it with me. And then whatever happens, and then put it back on the wall when I get back. And my display case in the office for a sales piece is going to be also what I take and put on a table to negotiate with and to sell.
That's fair. I like it.
I just feel like that's a cool way to do it. And they're having one right here in our backyard in East Ridge. I mean, $75, sit at a table. We can vlog it, podcast it,
whatever,
video it, take clips, negotiate, get some sales skills in there.
Yeah,
it's a little bit of everything. So I don't know. I'm in for that. I think it'd be fun. I just don't know if I want to get a table yet. I mean, we're going regardless.
Yeah, let's go. But
I just don't know about the
so
table
as
yet.
far as a card, like you say it's a card show. I'll just look up Chattanooga Card Show.
So you're going to have to. It's not like on Google, but if you go to the Camp Jordan website, those dates are already secured. But if you go to Facebook and type in Chattanooga Card Show, it'll pop up.
Nougat Sports Con?
No.
Okay.
It's literally Chattanooga Card Show.
Okay.
So if you go to Facebook, that's where you'd find it.
Gotcha. So everyone go look and see if you want to come.
Yeah. So yeah, and like nobody's promoting it really. So I would love to, get the people that are doing it to come on. Maybe that's how we get our way in there to get a little bit better access, which I think that it's East Ridge. I can get whatever access I want.
What day is it?
It's May 6th and May 5th and 6th.
Okay.
But
I'm seeing it.
You see it?
Yep.
Yeah, it's not a great flyer.
Yeah, no.
It's not marketed well. The guys that are doing it are like from the Knoxville Card Show or something like that.
Yeah, I see that.
I've batted the guy on Facebook, and I don't know. I mean, we're friends now. I was gonna try to reach out to him, potentially talk about it because I get interested in those type of things. But we'll see. This whole card thing is fascinating to me.
Of course.
The fact that, like we said, cardboard.
Pieces of cardboard.
Pieces of paper are literally different prices.
Yeah.
They are, but they're made out of cardboard, buddy. They're made out of trees.
Trees made these.
But what's cool is you can tell what are cool cards and what are not. No, you can tell what are cool cards and what are not cool cards because it'll catch his eye.
Of course.
And it doesn't take much to be able to figure out like what has value and what doesn't. Even on eBay, I'll look at a card and I'll go, "What do you think, bud?" And he'll go, "That's cool," or "I don't like that one." If a card's $200 and
It's gonna be cool.
and he don't like it, there's something up there.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take much research to look into it and be like, "Oh, that's just it's not really worth much."
Yeah.
But like any Michael Jordan card is kind of expensive.
Of course.
We've got one Michael Jordan card right now. Not, it's like an all-star card or something.
Okay.
But it's not a low population card. What I'm working on right now is I'm trying to find players that have cards with Michael Jordan guarding them in low population. Like I almost stole one last night on eBay. It was a Shaquille O'Neal rookie card
Wow.
that had like 3 bids on it, but the guy he's dunking on was Michael Jordan. Gem Mint 10 low pop, like 5 of these cards out there in the world.
Wow.
And I got outbid because I wasn't willing to pay what they were trying to do.
Of course.
But like I threw it up for like $50. I was winning the bid for like all night, and then the last minute I lost the bid. Like it ended up going for like $125.
That's the pain of eBay.
But that's still like a $200, $300, $400 card.
Of course.
If there's only 3 of them, that card's worth as much as that card needs to be worth to whoever wants to buy that card from you. That's where the population becomes cool. So like today, I got a Tim Tebow last night. The most money I've spent on a card so far. I hope nobody's listening to this. I'm not even gonna say how much.
Don't say.
But there's a Tim Tebow card. There's 5 of them made, so it means it's numbered. Like it's one
It's
out
a
of 5.
numbered card.
Numbered
Oh, wow.
Tim Tebow,
Okay.
and it's called a National Treasure. National Treasure is the highest grade of card you can get on
Yeah, the highest rarity.
Yeah, the highest level of that rarity. Signed Tim Tebow National Treasure card. Yeah, dude. And the only one of the 5 in a Pop 10, in a PSA Gem Mint 10. So I'm the only person on the planet that will ever have this card ever again. So if you want this Tim Tebow card, it is valued in my life like a Michael Jordan rookie.
Okay.
Because Tebow's not even in the College Football Hall of Fame yet. He's probably the best college football player of all time.
That is only going to go up in value.
when he will headline whatever Hall of Fame class he's in for college football.
Yeah.
And that card, I guarantee you, will 10x to a particular Florida fan who wants that card in their collection. Because one day there's going to be a guy come around that's a Tim Tebow card collector.
Yeah.
And he's going to have every card that you can possibly get. And guess what card he's not going to have?
That damn
The
card.
best one there is out there of it. And I told you I was going to get the best Tim Tebow card.
It took you a week. I do want to know how much you spent on it, but you're not
that much. Not as much as you like. So there's more expensive Tim Tebow cards out there,
Yeah.
but they're not as valuable. And here's why: there's too many of them.
Yeah.
They're valuable right now because the market's inflated.
Oh yeah.
But when the dust settles and everything's over, and it's 20 years from now, and there's some kid that is only 20 years old, and all he's seen is highlights of Tim Tebow. And there's NFTs out there, and you got to have NFTs to even look at the highlights of this guy. And you're wanting to hold something in your hand for nostalgia.
It's so funny because when I was a kid, Yu-Gi-Oh was a big thing, another trading card game.
Yeah.
There was a guy, his name was Kaiba. Obviously, this is a Japanese, anime or whatever.
Right.
And Kaiba would the very first season, he was the big bad guy, and the reason he was the big bad guy was because he was going around to card shops and finding people that had this one specific card called Blue Eyes White Dragon, and he was going around. He was dueling people to get their card, and then he does it to the main character's grandpa. He gets the card from the main character's grandpa, and then he tears it up. The grandpa's prized card. He tears it up, and he laughs because he's the only one now in the world that has this card. And you're giving me a little bit of Set of Kaiba vibes, Gunner. You're talking like a big bad evil guy that owns this one Tim Tebow card.
Here's the way funny. I think of the card world.
Uh-huh.
You've got so it started blowing up again here recently. probably 2 years ago. I'm late to the game. First of all, if I'd have caught this game 2 years ago, you guys be fucked. All of you.
If you had only listened to Gary V, come on.
I just, man, did I tell you even how this even got started? I was sitting at the bar in Miami talking to this guy.
Yeah.
This is how and he was telling me about his son and him bonding over sports cards. And I said, yeah, I'm going to get into that when I get back. And literally that's what's happened.
Yeah. Marcus, tell me something. Are you really happy Gunner's buying cards for you and him to open?
No. What's the point? Because we don't have nothing to do with the cards.
No, but
yet
we're going to a card show though, right?
Yeah.
And what are we going to do? Remember what I tell you last night? What do we do at card shows?
So we're gonna show the people the cards and see if they're good or bad.
And then what do we do?
Then
If we like their card and they like our card, what do we do?
we can trade.
And if they don't want to trade, what could we do?
We can.
I just need a gif of you doing that now. It's just you.
How can we get their card?
Damn, Gunner. Showing where you keep it. Come on now.
Money.
That's right.
Can't be doing that.
Get them the money. So the original plan for this was to teach Marcus investing and like entrepreneurship and business and sales and being around. And then when I actually realized that depending on how you work it, you could turn this into a small little side hustle.
I mean, that's what a lot of people have done.
What from a content perspective, from a educational perspective, and then from literally a money perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that all we do at the card show?
We also get to look around and maybe buy some cards, like packs.
Yeah, everybody's going to have a table and they're going to have their stuff set up, and we get to go check it out and see what cool cards they got.
What if somebody steals it?
Well, that's why you keep it in a briefcase.
Well, that's why we bring Ethan.
Jeez, I got to be running and shit.
Damn.
The guard?
Yeah, I've got to keep guard over the cards.
So another thing that I think is really cool is that so you got like people that are just big into, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
I've been seeing a bunch of those. What's the game you play?
Magic the Gathering.
There's a bunch of those out.
Oh yeah. Again, I said the other week, like Magic the Gathering is one of the older card games that has trading cards, obviously. And so the prices for some of those cards, when a new set comes out, I think just came out for Magic the Gathering, they've already figured out, okay, this is the cards we want for this set, this, and I think right about now would be the time where all the dust settles, everyone knows what the good cards are, everyone knows, prices and stuff like that, and they can be like $30, $40 depending.
Pikachu holographic 190, bro.
Pikachu? Show it to the camera over there.
You come over here and show it to the camera. Over here.
We just got a Pikachu.
Nice.
That's a good one.
That's actually not a bad looking card.
Don't bend it.
Yeah, you don't want to bend it.
I'm not.
There we go.
That is the thing, though. With cards like that, they do look cool, but they're the face card for a tin like that.
Yeah.
So
they're not going to be.
The population is very high.
Right. Yeah. So if you look that up, the population is going to be extremely high. It's not going to be scarce at all. And then you're going to get a bunch of people that hype that card up. The price on that card is going to go up, but it's going to be fake.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fake
if they
price.
even attempt like that. Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm excited. It'll be interesting. I'll go through my Magic the Gathering cards because I know I've got at least like a couple $50 cards.
Well, so I'm saying like when we'll do a table.
Yeah.
And we might be the only table, and I might be not the only table, but we would probably be one of the only tables there that would have a high level sports collection, Pokemon, and so NFL. Our portfolio is diverse. So we've got graded NBA, graded MLB, and graded NFL cards.
Yeah.
Then we've got several WWE, and we've got the first edition AEW cards,
Ooh.
and we've got these Pokemon, and we would have
Magic the Gathering.
your Magic the Gathering cards. So we'd have a reason for people to stop by
Just a
of
look.
all genres.
Yeah. Just look.
Um,
And I mean, my collection is not anywhere near probably as nice as yours is going to be by that time. I don't have any sports cards, but I might actually pick up.
But guess what? If you gave me, I'll punch them out your hands.
and
You
he'll
gotta take
steal
them. You gotta steal them.
Gotta pick a tree on the moon.
All right. So,
All right, let's wrap
Marcus,
it up.
so what do you want to tell everybody before we leave?
I just want to tell
What should they do? What do they need to do to our channel? Talk to the microphone.
You gotta mean it.
Come on, dude. You got it. Close the show.
Come on.
Come on.
What do all the YouTubers say? Like, subscribe,
Yes, I was
leave a
just
comment.
gonna say that.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Do it. You do it.
Finish our show.
All you.
Finish our show. You do the end of it.
You do it.
Talk to the microphone.
The bell button.
The bell?
Yep.
Ring the bell?
Ring the bell.
Okay.
Subscribe. Like. Comment. Share.
You gotta say it all.
Hit it.
Do it. Get excited.
What else?
That's it. Just say all those things.
You just say.
Okay.
You just said it.
He
I don't
get-
have to say it.
He gets shy at that point. All right, so that's all we've got. We will. I'm never going to say we're going to get super organized. That's not what this is for. We'll pull some stuff out of here. Hopefully, you guys like some of this. We've got episode 100 is the only episode that we've got kind of planned as far as what we're doing. Episode 98, that would be a week from now.
I can't imagine there's anything big.
No, 99, our building could possibly be almost done.
Okay. What
If
week
not
would
101.
Would 99 be the week of Vegas for you?
Oh, yeah, we'll do a big UFC one that week.
Okay. Well, yeah, we'll definitely talk about it, but are you going to be gone Thursday to Thursday or like a Friday?
I got to
to
wrestle
Friday?
that Friday, so we're literally leaving out super early Saturday morning, flying out, and because we get 3 hours and then
Yeah.
coming back.
But you're only going for like 2-3 days.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So yeah, we'll be back plenty of time. But we've got WrestleMania season. We've got March Madness starting.
Yeah.
We've got our office being built out, which means potentially like extra studio space there. More videos coming from that as far as like a business perspective. And then more cards. There's a card show in May. So yeah, quite a bit going on.
Hey, we got Q1, Q2 all set up.
We've
for
got
ourselves.
a little bit set up. If my freaking taxes would come back, I'd buy even better
Oh,
cards.
God.
I did those literally on the. I know you said you're doing your taxes today.
I literally just finished them before we started.
I did mine January 24th, the first day of tax season.
Okay.
So my tax should be back
Within the week.
tomorrow or at least next week.
Yeah.
And dude,
Just in time for Las Vegas.
I'm gonna say this. I have always had an average return, like nothing to blow my socks off on my returns. I don't even understand how I got this much money back this year.
See, that's what I hear a lot from people that are, adults making adult money.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh yeah, my tax return is gonna be so good this year." I'm like, for me, and I can just say this out loud. I don't give a shit. I've only ever made at max when I was at Walmart, highest paid that I ever was, maybe $23K
Yeah.
a year, and I only ever got like $900 back.
Yeah.
I was always like,
dude,
eh.
But think
Okay.
like I was only getting like $1,000 to $1,500 back every tax return of my working life.
Yeah.
And so I had been, like I've said, I've been doing my money. So there was a certain time where like when I was going to get my best tax return, it was like $2,100.
Yeah.
The government took every single penny. Didn't even give it to me.
Damn.
Yeah. So that was a bad year. That was like,
That was a bad year.
it was right before we started this podcast.
Oh,
That was my worst year
fair enough.
of like, I should have been secure and I was being dumb and it all came back to bite me.
Fair enough.
But yeah, this year, dude, I don't even know, like, I'm not gonna say, but like, I don't even know how.
To be fair, like this year is the highest tax return I've ever gotten.
I've heard everyone say that.
So I don't know what happened. I thought last year was a really bad year, gonna be honest with you. But maybe not.
Well, and also, I think that this year will be the momentum builder year for you as well.
Oh yeah.
Of your better years.
Oh yeah.
100%. I got that feeling, whether that's here or elsewhere.
Wherever that may be.
I think you're on that upward track. You're about to hit that.
Well, good, because
next
if
level.
next year's taxes are the same as this year's, I'll be happy.
There we go. There we go. All right. Well, that's it. Do everything Marcus said to do. What?
Let's do a countdown and then we'll say back.
Okay.
All right.
3, 2, 1, and...
Bye.
Bye.